Hey bitches, this is Tom coming to you from Shanghai, and I'm back for another Eurovision reaction video. That was my third take of doing that. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Tom. I give very honest Eurovision reaction videos. If you're a regular, welcome back. So today I'm just going to be giving a little bit of a background about where I've been, what I've got planning coming up, just a couple of things about production and whatnot, and then I'm going to start my new series, which I'm going to describe in just a second. But before we do that, let's kiki. Okay, so first of all, where the fudge have I been? I basically took a little bit of a break from doing editing videos because I really wanted to stay passionate about it, and I felt like if I continued over the summer, I was going to burn out a little bit. I had intended to do a couple of series. In the end, I decided against it, and I'm glad I did that because now I feel like real fresh and back into it. My ESC semi-final 1 video, I watched that over, and it was really cringy. It was so badly edited and done. But in my head, I just needed to get something out quite quickly, and so I rushed it a little bit. Because it's been so long since I posted, I just wanted to get back into the habit. Please don't judge me based on that video. That video is awful. The production is really bad. I'm obviously going to be doing a lot more editing. My Eurovision scoreboard have opened up the scoreboard for 2020 season, so I'm going to have scoreboards here now. I'm going to have more pictures. The ESC videos are actually on YouTube, so I'm going to do the video review when I do the second semi-final. I'm going to take a little bit more time on it. I am looking online for a microphone for the iPhone so that the audio will be a lot clearer when I am listening to stuff on my laptop. So on my break, I went through a couple of addiction phases. I went through an addiction with the beauty community. That started with James Charles, and then it morphed. No pun intended on Morphe. It morphed into Jeffree Star, and then from there into Shane. And then I also had a slight addiction to Zelda, and also it was really, really hot in Shanghai. So I was very busy over the summer. Really looking forward to this season now. This is my first complete season, so there's going to be lots of new things that I've never done before. I've never really done the national finals before. Okay, so what is my new season? As a build-up to the 2020 season, because I was in the audience in Tel Aviv, I haven't actually seen 95% of the Eurovision performances as they appeared on TV. So I don't actually know what the final camera cuts look like and what the vocal, because obviously it's very different when you're in the arena. So I'm going to go back over 2019's final performances. I'm going to give them my reaction, and then I'm going to use that as a talking point to discuss what's coming up in the 2020 season. So it's a 2020 preview mixed in with a 2019 review. The reason I'm naming the videos over placing rather than the country is when you name the videos after a country, you can attract these slightly rabid patriotic fans who really only care about their own country, and if you don't like it, they kind of attack you very personally and get very pissed off. By naming the country after the ranking, I'm directing this series more at my subscribers who are just like real hardcore Eurovision fans and don't really care what country it is. And that's who I really want to hang out with, because this channel really is about hanging out with other Eurovision fans. The other advantage is because I'm starting at 41 and working up, if you like more positive videos, obviously maybe wait until around 28 plus. The first ones are going to be a little bit more bitchy, ranty. The later ones are going to be a lot more gushing and appreciative. I'm also going to hand out awards for certain things, my growers, my showers, my worst dress, best dress. I've got lots of different awards which I'm going to post for each one, and I'm going to do my rankings, which might actually change when I've seen the final performance. So let's get started with my new series, and we're going to come in obviously 41st place. There were 41 countries last year, excluding Ukraine, which was one of my heartbreaks. That probably would have been in my top 5, but I can't consider it because I've got no new video to review. My number 41, take a guess, it is Montenegro. So no big surprises there. I was pretty outspoken about the fact that I thought this song was a car crash. But I'm going to try and look with a fresh eyes. Is it grown on me? Can it move out of 41st place? We'll find out now. So, headphones in. Wanna know my secret? Bang. I'm actually quite excited because I haven't watched these videos purposefully because I had this series in mind. So I haven't watched 2019 in 5-6 months. Okay. I wonder if you'll be able to see me in the audience. Probably not. I think I was probably going to the toilet during this. This is something I complain about music videos, overdoing it with the hands. Do you know what? I haven't listened to this song in so long, and oh, do you know what? I'm gonna have it in my head because in a real irritating way again. He sounds a little bit off key there. Oh. Yeah, it's as painful as I remember. It's just everything. It's the over swaying, the overhands. They're competing against each other. It's not cohesive. They're not a team. And obviously, the song is, you know, in fairness to these kids, what can you do with such a song? The song is really, and I also feel like they've also been given bad direction as well. They've been given bad moves. They've been given a bad theme. The costumes are even just like a bit Butlins, cult, Mormon, cowboy. It's just there's so many bad decisions made here on every level. It almost looks like they're swimming, like there's so many hand movements. It's like they're like flailing in space or something. They didn't do that thing. I thought in the rehearsals they did that thing where one of them went near the edge and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fall off! I'm gonna fall off!" and they grabbed each other. They've really, I think they haven't spent any money on this. Like, I can't really see any expense in terms of production. Like, almost nothing is happening. It's just getting really, really Butlins now. Oh, that solo ad-lib didn't work. Oh no. Oh gosh, that looks just so messy. Oh god. Oh no. Oh gosh, that went massively downhill towards the end. Oh, okay. Like I was trying to keep an open mind with that because I want to give everything a second shot. Like I just think the song is horrible, and you know, there's very little that those kids can do to salvage that. They were given a ship with 5 holes in it. You know, there's only so much you can do to make the ship move. So if we look at the results, this ended up coming 16th, and it beat Finland. Now, can we blame that beating Finland on Serbia? How many points did Serbia give it? So they got 20 points from Serbia. Even if you take those 20 points away, they still beat Finland. You know, that really hurts if you're Darude, and it just shows that having a big name doesn't really count for anything. If your song is not good or memorable, it's going to sink. Coming to the 2020 season, Montenegro have actually pulled out. Now, if you ask me, I don't think it's the worst decision. After what's happened with this last season with Demo, really we're talking like grade A flops. I don't think it's a bad idea for them to take a step back and just say, okay, what do we need to do? I feel for them a little bit because they didn't plan to send this. It was chosen in the national finals, so a little bit of it was out of their television station's hands. So I feel from that aspect, but they need to like think more of an internal selections. If good songs aren't going to be chosen for the national final, they need to account for that. I think also with Montenegro not having very much money, it might be better for them to pump money into an internal selection. I wouldn't begrudge Montenegro if they actually decided to have song submissions, see what they get. If it's decent, enter, and if not, pull out, because there really doesn't seem much point in sending something that's such drivel. You know, that was never going to work in any dimension. I think that's why they ended up not spending any money on the stage show. That stage show looks super cheap. And the costumes, it looked like they kind of got a 6-for-1 deal there in a pound shop. You know, we had those famous instances where Ukraine took a break and came back and won. Portugal took a break, came back and won. Look, Montenegro aren't going to come back and win, but having a year wait might be good for them to reassess, come up with a new plan, a new form of attack. We've seen lots of times where countries have taken that break, come up with a new strategy, and it's reaped dividends quite quickly. So look, it's always sad to say goodbye to a country. I never want to see anyone go. You know, I have like some of the Montenegrin songs, so it's not like they're always, I don't always dislike their song. So it's always sad to lose a country, but for me it makes sense after what happened in 2019. There's a logic to it. For now, D-Mall is coming in as my number 41, but who knows? Someone might have been worse. I don't see how. So, what did you think about D-Mall's final performance? Did it actually increase based on that? Were you upset that they didn't qualify? Please leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about the new series. I'm always open to suggestions. I'm willing to make changes based on what you guys think. Obviously, I do make these videos for me, but I also make them for you as well. So I want it to be a team effort. And I love reading all your comments. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you on another Eurovision reaction video very soon. Goodbye.